Hello Malaysia, hello world. Apa khabar? Apa khabar? Welcome to another ECM Talk program with the topic, Is Being Charitable for Real? I'm Rajesh Shahrul, your host. The Islamic Medical Association of Malaysia's Response and Relief Team, or short for IMARET, started off from a group of young doctors who felt the need to do more than just helping people within the confines of a hospital. The team's focus is on disaster relief and providing medical services to marginalized communities which lack access to healthcare. Despite these doctors' tight schedules and commitments, they strive to meet the healthcare needs of the less fortunate by volunteering at refugee camps and Orang Asli settlements. You may be wondering, how is this related to our topic for today? Is being charitable for real? I will not steal the thunder from our special guest for a discussion on this topic today. Please welcome Dr. Ahmad Yusuf Yahya, the Chief Coordinator for IMARET and is also a lecturer in a renowned private institution here in Malaysia. Selamat datang to ECM Talk, Doc. Apa khabar?
Baik, alhamdulillah.
Good. Let me begin with a few questions to you on our topic for today. My first question to you, Doc. Why do people give money or charity to do volunteering work?
Thank you very much, Raj. So, very interesting question indeed. But it is a very common question that people ask to me or to anyone, that organizing any particular program.
Exactly.
So why people do this?
Yeah.
Why they give money? Why they join us? In 5-6 years of organizing, managing, and of course managing program, managing volunteers.
Yeah.
I usually ask this to my volunteers. Why they sacrifice their time, their energy, to join us.
Correct.
So. Some said, they want to find new skills. They want to try new things. They want to meet new people. They want to find the other half. Some did.
Yeah. Okay.
But there is one common interest. Everyone want to be part of something.
Right.
And of course, they want to be part of something good.
All right.
They want to be part of the solution.
Okay.
So we can't solve the whole problem, but we can be part of the solution. So why not? So that is actually the best answer I get, and to me, I think that's true. If we can do it, why not?
So it's not just about trying to be, or rather trying to feel good about themselves.
Yep. Some may have that in a way, but in whatever their own intentions, that's on their half.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, they are helping a good program to achieve something good, and I said kudos to them, with whatever personal intention that they have.
Right.
But still, at the end of the day, they want to be part of something good.
Right.
That is what matters most, I think.
Adding values to the society. That's
Yes, of course. Yes, of course. I just want to share one quotes from one of my coordinator in Sabah. They said what they do during office hour, until 5, it's their responsibility.
Correct.
But what they do beyond is actually for the country. So is that something marvelous?
Yeah.
Something good?
Yeah. At least you can see the differentiation,
Yes.
Working 9 to 5 and working beyond 5.
Yes.
What do you do beyond 5?
Beyond 5 or any days, any time.
Yeah. Okay. All right. My next question, Doc. Do you think donating and volunteering improve the well-being of a person?
Now, to me personally, yes. When we do any particular program, like for us, I always we involve in marginalized community. When we involve in this kind of program, before or during that particular program, usually we dig deep into the problem of the society.
Right.
And by doing that, we actually have more understanding of people around us.
Okay.
Not only within our family, not only within our neighborhood, but it's more than that. We have, for example, refugees issues that people ignore, not because they want to ignore it, but they don't know about it.
Correct.
So when they involve in this program, this kind of program, that give them a sense of empathy, that there are some other people having all this problem, and of course they are be part of the solution. They try to, but at the end of the day, we will feel thankful. We feel blessed. For example, if I want to share one situation, and always share this to all my volunteers, all my friends, my family.
Please.
At the beginning of our project, when we serve the refugees in urban Kuala Lumpur, we ask ourselves, why we need to help these refugees, in terms of health, because we are health NGOs.
Correct.
And then when one of the clinic at the beginning in early 2015, I encountered one father of refugees in Kuala Lumpur, and then they come to me and said, very, very sad, but at the same time very thankful. They said, I have to choose to buy rice for my family for the whole month, or to take one of my children or one of my child to the clinic for his fever. So we are talking about our problems, but there are people that need to choose between these two. So I myself feel very thankful that I born Malaysian, and if I'm sick and I have nothing in my pocket, I can just go bring my IC, go to the nearest health clinic. I get free treatment, basic treatment. So it gives me, I must do this, or we must do this. We must help them, because it gives us that sense of, blessed and thankful.
Okay, Doc, having said that, now these so-called volunteers that come to you, is there certain specification of them that you need to go through? More importantly, psychologically or emotionally, do you need to test them before they go into this volunteering work?
Of course, as an organizer, it is one of our responsibility to make sure that the volunteers that join us are needed. Means that they are not simply random guys or random people that join. For example, if we run a mobile clinic or charity clinic, so we need a doctor, nurses, pharmacists, or general volunteers. So using this, we will screen through what kind of doctors that I need. What kind of nurses that fit the objective of the program. So it depends on what type of program, what kind of objective they want to achieve. So we will screen through. But the other important question is what they can do for us or for the community. We will screen, but at the same time, what do you want to do? If you want to do it, we will find things for you to do.
Okay. So in other words, they have to be prepared, isn't it?
Of course.
They would have read or understood the purpose of their volunteering work before even they come on board, isn't it?
And not only that, they need to have that interest.
Exactly.
If you want, you will try to do your best to, fit in.
Correct.
They need someone that good in communication. I can do that. They want someone that can speak a little Arabic, so I can learn something about Arabic because of the needs of the clinic, for example. So it comes from interest, and later on it will turn into passion. So I believe in that.
Interesting. Yes. Now, some people may not understand or aware of the journey of hardship of this charity work. Perhaps you can share with us your most overwhelming experience in this charity field.
All right.
I don't know, maybe plenty that you have gone through. Maybe name us one that's the most experience.
I mean, when we started this journey, I think most of us has already set in our mind that it is not easy, to get funding, to organize, And we have our own daily jobs, but at the same time, we are organizing this to get trust from the community, from the volunteers, from the funders, to get approval from the authorities. So that is already a difficult task to do.
Correct.
But because I'm handling a lot of outreach work with the rural orang asli, you know, we bring in doctors, nurses, we bring in health professionals. You know, when we go through all this during rainy season, especially, sometimes we stuck in the middle of the jungle. We need to camp. Everyone need to get their hand dirty, regardless of you are specialist. You know, I had one volunteers who are a colorectal surgeon from one of the private hospital, and I said, you know, you can go and get your hand dirty, but make sure you have your index finger, you know, intact. Because that is your source of income, you know, when he need to do colorectal, you know, examination. So, you know, that's difficulty in terms of what we need to go through all that days and hours, you know, to get dirty, to get, you know, under the rain. But at the end of the day, we can bring the healthcare or the care to the people in need inside the. That is one of the difficulties. But I think the other part of it, for me personally, much more difficult is to get the public awareness on what we do. Because we sometimes, when we do this, people who are, you know, who are looking at our social media, they will ask, you know, why you are helping refugees? Why you are helping this orang asli? There are government agencies that doing that. Why you are helping refugees? You know, they are not our citizen. You know, why don't you help Malaysians that in need? My answer is always, you know, we can't be a hero to solve all the problem in the world. But we can pick and choose what we can do best and try to be part of the solution. You know, it's to achieve that awareness that is much more difficult. You know, much more difficult.
And to do it sincerely and honestly.
Of course,
isn't it?
And continue doing it. You know,
it's just not a one-off thing.
To continue doing it, that is it's a challenge.
Okay. What would be your ultimate tips for people who wanted to start volunteering? Maybe you can also guide or direct our audience to what channels they can explore.
You know, everything, as I said earlier, it starts off with an interest. You know, I want. I can see other people doing it. I think I want to do it. If you have an interest, go for it, because it will develop into a passion one day. And you volunteer into something that interests you, that will give you a much more result. You will feel satisfied because what you do is what you love.
Exactly.
For example, you know, people will ask me, why you always do this? You know, go into the jungle, take leave for 4 or 5 days, every month, you know, cut off from the modern world without telephone line and everything. You know, before we had IMARET, you know, I have that interest of going, you know, hiking. I saw my father with his 4-wheel drive go hunting in the jungle, you know, many years ago. So that interest, I developed it into a passion. And what's best is I can help people at the same time. So to me, for those who have that interest, find whatever organization that do things that you love and ask them one simple question: what I can help. That is the first question you need to ask. What I can help, what I can contribute. And I think nowadays it's not very difficult, because you don't have the necessity to start a program or to create an NGO to start a program. There's a lot of NGOs in Malaysia that do this charitable work. What you need to do is knock their doors, ask.
Just ask.
Just ask. And if you can't do it, why not? And if you can do it now, why wait?
Yeah, true. But Doc, what if we have students who are keen to perhaps volunteer to do this kind of work? Do you welcome students?
Of course.
You do.
Of course. But,
'Cause they're not
depending-
they don't have medical profession. You know? They're just students who are volunteering to help.
You know, Rajesharo, there are students from our faculty that involve, regularly in our program.
Volunteering.
Volunteering from Faculty of Medicine, Seg University, dental faculty.
Both from Segi University.
Both from Seg Universities. They join us in our Orang Asli program, in our refugees clinic.
Right.
Because, we do have doctors and dentists that work, but at the same time, these students can be their helper.
Exactly.
Yeah, and what student can do, marvelous. They can do everything.
Yes.
They have that enthusiast that they want to try everything.
Yeah.
That energy.
Whatever field they're interested in.
That is wonderful.
Yes. Amazing. Thank you, Dr. Yusuf. Charity is the act of extending love and kindness to others unconditionally, which is conscious act, but the decision is made by the heart without expecting a reward. It is due to this act of nature that makes it precious and soulful. There are people who believe charity should begin at home, but others believe it should originate from the heart. Please allow me to conclude by saying this. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, may peace be upon him, from the hadith Al-Bukhari and Muslim that says, protect yourself from the hellfire by giving a piece of the date fruit as charity. Once again, thank you, Dr. Yusuf, for sharing your good deeds and being a guest at our program for today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Edu Channel Malaysia. May it be a cross-border travel or merely staying at home, please strictly adhere to the SOP, among which have your mask and sanitizer with you at all times. Take care and stay safe, everyone. Jumpa lagi.